So here's why I don't really pursue music anymore. I mean, I still do, but I'm not chasing it. You know what I mean? Like, it was, before, okay, when I was younger, when I was like, I'm like 31 now. I have two kids, I have a wife, and I work a full-time job, and I provide for my family, and that's honestly, I love it. I'm not, I'm not even complaining. Like, I would choose my family over music, hands down, any day. Like, any day. Like, it's just not even comparable. But when I was younger and I was like 20s, music was all I cared about. And that's like, I just wanted to do music all the time. Like, I just was so driven. I was like, I want to be a music producer. I just want to make my money with my music. Like, that was it. And that was what drove me to get up every day and to, I had like spirals of like depression and suicidal thoughts and stuff. And I would hang on that possibility, that hope that maybe when my album would take off and I'd, start making money and then everything would be better. Like, that's what I would think. And here's what changed. I mean, here's the reality of it. Because, I mean, I'm not super successful. I wouldn't say I'm super successful. In total, probably somewhere around 100,000 streams. I made like $5,000, probably 6 or 7 in like digital sales. Like, I'm somewhat successful, but not near. Like, you know what I mean? I still gotta work, so I'm not crazy successful. But I was in it enough and involved enough in my music scene that I could sort of see, like, okay, I see how the game works. Like, I could see who who makes it and who doesn't, and why. And it's not about talent. I mean, okay, I'm not saying obviously there's talent. There's really talented musicians and they get successful. But there's also really talented musicians that just never make it. And it's just kind of like that scene from Mulan, when she has the two discs and she has to like use both of them to get up the ladder. That's what it's like. You need talent and you need to be involved, and you need to show up and you need to play ball with the other people in the scene. And so really the other half of that tends to be politics. I mean, you have to just agree with the politics and the beliefs of the people who are successful, because if they don't like you, you're not going to make it. They're just, you know what I mean? They're not going to let you make it. So in a way, I used to look at music as a form of freedom. Like, oh, if I become a successful musician, I'll be free to do whatever I want. It's absolutely not true. It's actually opposite. Because if you go apply for a job and do an interview and all that, they can't judge you on your politics, or they, you know what I mean, legally. Like, they can't legally not hire you because they don't like you for your personal life or your personal beliefs. Like, they can't do that. That's illegal. But in music, that's the reality of it. They're not gonna, if they don't like you for whatever reason, the people who, are more successful than you, if they don't like you, they're not going to invite you to play shows. They're not going to work with you. They're going to ignore you. So it's a popularity contest. You got to be cool. You got to play the game. You got to kiss ass. You got to, agree with the thoughts and the ideas that are being touted out by the people who are higher up than you. And that's how you climb the ladder, and then that's how you make it. I mean, that's just literally, that's the sad reality of how it works. And I don't know, once I saw that and I got a whiff of that, I was like, oh God, this is not what I like. Like, I just can't. I'm not gonna kiss ass just to play ball and get my streams. Like, if people like my music, they like it, they'll listen to it, great. I'm cool. I'm chilling. That's what I like. I'm not gonna sacrifice my beliefs and my morals just to fit in with the cool crowd. Like that's never been who I was. So I'm like quite content with it actually. Because ultimately the music I make, I like it. I love it. I love the sound of music and I love the sound of my music that I make. So I am okay with that reality now. I'm settled with it. When I was younger, I was like trying so hard to like make good music that people liked, and it just took it so personally if they didn't like it, you know, it just hurt my feelings. But now I'm like, I don't care. It's just like, it's fun. It's literally for fun. That's why it's called playing music. You see, you play. It's for fun. So yeah, to make it work, and this is the other thing, when you start doing something you love for work, it doesn't become fun anymore. It feels like a chore. It's like, what? Like, I liked it when I was doing it. You know, I liked it when I was doing it my way, but now I have to do it like your way, and I don't like doing it your way. So it's not fun. You know what I mean? That just robs the fun of it. Anyway, so if you're one of those, if you're like me, and you're like, music is my life, I need to make music, I need to be a successful musician, I think you need to pause. You need to really like stop and think why. And you know, to be honest, I would have stayed on that path for a long time. So I don't even know if it's something that you can logically come to a conclusion on. I think I was saved. I was saved from it, not by my own hand, but by the hand of God. Yeah, He definitely played a role in pulling me away from that. Having to realize there's more important things actually. There's actually a lot more important things than music. As much as music is awesome and fun, and it also can sometimes really help you when you're down and you feel like nobody understands you, and there's just that song that you just feel and it gets you, and there's that feeling of empathy or compassion or whatever that, I don't know, the comfort you can get from music. I get that, but I think food is probably more important. You probably need to eat first. You know, you need a place to sleep. You need water, clean water. All these things are necessary. If you're going to enjoy music, you need all those things first. Okay? If you're going to be stranded on a desert island, you're going to want those things first before you ask for a record player. You know, just common sense. And I guess love is more important. So maybe what I was looking for when I was trying to be a musician, like that was my one goal in life, and I put it before everything else. Maybe I was looking for love. I was looking to be loved. And that can be often misconstrued or disguised. I don't know. Like there's a adoration and admiration, and that is what we do when we love musicians, right? Like we adore them, we admire them, we like look up to them, we're just like in awe of them, and we just worship them in a way, right? Like wow, oh my god, I met this celebrity, I met this musician, like oh my gosh, you saw him face to face, like I need everything he releases or they release. You know, like you just worship them in a way. And when you are a musician, you are in a way, when you're trying to be a musician, I guess, or you're like trying to like make a career out of it, or it's the most important thing to you, it's like you want somebody to understand your art. You want your art to speak to somebody in that way. And so you're taking the pain of your life the heartbreak, the loneliness, whatever it is you're feeling, you're pouring it into your art. You're putting it out there in the world, and you're just hoping someone else feels that and relates with that, and then can and then share that, like reciprocate that they love what you made. They love, and then when they say they love what you made, it feels like, oh, they love me. But that's not you. That's the trippy part. That's not you. That was you, like, a year ago, or that was you in that one moment. But that's not you. That's not all there is to you. There's so much more that goes into you. And so they don't love you. They love that artwork that you made. And these people that you think love you actually don't care about you that much. Okay, what I mean by that is, if you were to lose everything and you're like homeless and you need help, they might help you out a little bit, but they're not gonna let you stick around long. They're not like your mom or your dad or whoever it is in your life that's looking out for you, that's watching out for you, providing for you, caring for you, you know, asking you if you're all right, checking in on you. The people that are your fans or your friends in the music scene or the art scene, they are more like coworkers disguised as friends. And ultimately, they're not, they don't love you. This is not love. They adore you, they maybe admire you, they don't love you. Love is totally different. Love is much more deeper, constant, consistent, and it's a verb. It's a choice. It's a choice to love someone when they're dark or when they're no longer used to you, when they're a burden on you. You love them. That's a choice, and it's a rare thing. It's a very rare thing. And those people that love you like that are worth way more than those people who love your work or your music. So never ever give them up. Never ever give those people who really love you up to pursue that fake kind of love, that cheap love that comes and goes so easily. Yeah.